Welcome to today's workout. It's a funky one, guys. It is Thursday's workout. We have 5 rounds of every 4 minutes. You're going to complete a 60-second rear support, which is definitely going to be one of the biggest challenges of today's workout. We're going to have our athletes demonstrate what a rear support is. Where you point your fingers will really be determined by how comfortable your wrists are in this position. I like to put my fingers facing totally behind me, but to ease that wrist uncomfortableness, you can point your fingers out to the side a little bit like Kevin does. So based on your comfort of your wrists will determine where your fingers are going to point. We want to avoid those fingers pointing forward towards our feet. At least have those fingers pointing towards the back wall, or those fingers pointing towards the back wall or the side. And you do that for 60 seconds accumulated. Rest and pick up right where you left off in terms of adding to that 60-second. After those 60 seconds of rear supports, you're going to go into 2 rounds of 8 burpees. We'll have our athletes demonstrate. Alyssa will show us the modified version where we're stepping back. Kevin will do the regular standard version where we're letting those feet sprawl back nice and quickly. And Alyssa's bringing her feet forward and back, and then a little hop up top. And how low you go on the burpee will also be dependent on your ability to do that push-up. So if you need to not go all the way to the ground, that's fine as well. And then we'll do 8 knees on box or pike push-ups. Alyssa will demonstrate a knees on box or a knees on bench, and Kevin will demonstrate the pike push-up. No matter what you're doing, the farther your hands are away from your knees, the easier it's going to be. So the farther your hands are away from you, the easier it is. Now let's have both athletes maybe walk those hands closer to their knees, and now it's going to become more difficult. Alyssa, let's have you tuck that chin so that top of the head can hit the ground. So tuck your chin a little bit more. Alyssa, keep that chin tucked as if you're hiding something under that chin. So the top of your head hits the ground and we push away. You're going to do 8 of those, then back to 8 burpees, 8 more pike push-ups or knees on box, and then you'll rest with the remaining time. We're going to do that for 5 rounds altogether. 20-minute workout we have coming at you with 60 seconds of rear support at the beginning of each round or each cycle through, every 4-minute cycle. You'll do 60 seconds and then 8 and 8, 8 and 8 rest. This is a stop and go type of workout where you're working for however long that is, 2 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes, and then you'll get a little bit of a rest, and then you go back. So we have 5 4-minute interval sessions. So really, the goal is for you to push yourself on these front supports, burpees, and push-ups, or knees on box, and then you get your rest. Really work on going hard and then taking your rest. Have fun, and these athletes are about to get started. 10 seconds. 5. Moving on to the strength portion of today's workout, we have 7 sets of 1 clean complex. A complex means that you're doing multiple exercises before you put down that barbell or stop your complex. What this complex involves is 1 squat clean. That means the barbell or torpedo or ball is going to come from the ground into a squat position. Let's have our athletes demonstrate just a squat clean. Taking that piece of equipment up, bringing that piece of equipment to our hips, and then quickly getting under it. From there, we're going to do 1 shoulder to overhead. So that means they're going to do a slight dip and then press this piece of equipment overhead. From there, they're going to go into a thruster. So they're going to bring that barbell all the way back down to their shoulder and then into a squat, and then stand and press in 1 motion. And then they're going to bring this barbell or piece of equipment back down to their hip. And from here, we're going to do a hang clean, which means that we're going to keep this bar above, below, just around our knees, and catch in a squat position. Go ahead. And then we're standing, and that's 1 complex. Now you could put the barbell down or the piece of equipment down, and that will be 1 complex. So let's have our athletes do this in a little bit more succinct fashion by them on their own. So let's go. Pick up your piece of equipment from the ground into a squat clean. Stand and establish control. Then take this barbell or torpedo or dumbbell or kettlebell overhead. Then a thruster. And then bring this back down to our hip, right around our knee level. And then into a hang clean. And then we are done. If you're going to do that with 1 arm, say like with a kettlebell or 1 dumbbell, you can do basically that complex twice, or you can do a squat clean and then another squat clean and then a shoulder to overhead, a shoulder to overhead. You can do a thruster using 1 arm, but if you're going to use 2, thruster, thruster, you can kind of mix it up however you want. However, you're going to be going every minute and 15 seconds. If you're doing the bodyweight version of this, we're going to have our athletes do 3 squat thrusts. Kick those feet back and stand, hands down, feet back, stand. And you can also step back if that's too difficult. After your 3 squat thrusts, we'll do 5 air squats. Make sure those knees are driving out, nice big chest. Making sure your butt gets below parallel. Into 7 squat jumps.
7.
Which we are in a squat. And then slightly leaving the ground. Again, you'll do that every minute and 15 seconds for 7 sets all together. Have fun. See you back for Friday's workout.